Greetings and welcome back to the Island Life server. I was just working a bit on my nether portal and the trawler. Pineapples! Volratho has returned 3 pineapples, and actually I'm going to leave them in here. Thus we'll receive 3/5 of the treasure. I believe he has figured out sort of what is the common denominator as far as the places where the pineapples were hidden. So I trust that the others will be found fairly soon, I'm hoping. I would not mind if he gives other people a clue. This is kind of considered, to me at least, to be like the warm-up round, and then it will get a little bit more interesting. So cool, we got pineapples. Now, what I'm doing here, as I mentioned, is I'm working in the... Oh, excellent. Whew. I don't have to mine any quartz. I'm working in the nether, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make my trawler safer. So I'm going to forego the sense of risk, and after careful thought, there's a lot of risk in getting from my nether portal to safety, and at the end of the day, I don't want to take that risk. So I'm going to forego. Oh, you can control while you're in a minecart. I didn't know that. I'm going to forego the aesthetics in favor of a less risky path, and primarily that risk presents itself as ghasts. So what I'm thinking of doing, instead of making a fishing trawler with kind of like a flat bed on the back, and then having the... excuse me, oh, that's only 18 blocks, is it? If I turn these into quartz slabs, it's 3 for every 6, which is 2. Okay, so instead of having this open area, you'll see what I mean in a second. I want to enclose it and let you walk right into the back of the ship from here, so that I minimize the risk of being shot by a ghast while traversing this portion. Which means that this is going to get covered up, this cargo hold here, and it's going to lose out on some of the kind of aesthetics that I had, but I don't really mind. I really don't want anyone to get killed coming through my portal. So what I'll do, I'll go ahead and re-add some of the aesthetics sort of in here, and then I think this is going to switch from being... I think I'm going to get rid of this green part here. I'm going to make it like it's carrying like an oil tanker. That's what I mean to say. And we'll take those. I'm going to leave the rest of the lapis. I love the way that the lapis looks, but I really don't want to use up all my lapis. So what I think I'm going to do is try to use these clays instead. Now, if I hear a ghast, I'm going to run like the wind. And first thing I will do is... Okay, good. Oh, not there. Oh, don't fall off the boat, please. I'm trying to put it right here. Not right there. Right there. There we go. And then we'll put dirt right there for now. That will come in handy in a moment. Dirt. Dirt. White block. So yeah, this is going to turn into like a tube. So it's going to look like a tanker ship, I think. So this is going to be the tank. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get rid of the dirt. Oh, I just realized that's not even correct. The middle one is supposed to be the stained clay. And because I don't have as much of the blue stained clay, I don't want to use up all my lapis. We're going to do a light blue, and we're going to alternate. We'll do 2 lights, a dark, 2 lights, a dark, and then I think, like I said, this green is going to go away, but we'll finish one side of the ship first. And I'm definitely going to need more quartz, although that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So the back will be open. The back of the portal will stay open. But this part will become like a tube. And I'll show you what it's like, I think, when I'm done. Alright, so I've completed my work on the bridge over the lava, as well as Not Penny's boat. So we're going to go take a look at it from this angle over here, which is probably the best angle to see it. If you are coming to the orrery, you can just go across the bridge and then drop down onto the back of the boat. If you are coming through the portal, then you just go down through the boat and you can come up on this side, which I need to work on the bridge house next, or you can go out this side and get to spawn. It's not too bad, actually. It's pretty straightforward. And we're going to adjust my FOV here. We're going to get a nice screenshot of this. And, yep. Whoops. FOV 30, I think. Yeah, there we go. So we got a nice view of the boat. And you can see the pivot point in the bridge where it's held up on both sides. You can see where it slopes up. I think it's pretty good. I'm sure our expert bridge builders on the server can do something a little bit nicer, but I feel like that is sufficient to what I want. Now, the only piece that I'm not 100% happy with is the boat itself. I liked the fishing trawler design better than this like tanker design where it's carrying sort of a tank on its back, but I don't mind it. So again, if you are headed to the orrery, you just come across the bridge, drop down, and then you can go right over to the back of the portal, like this. If you wanted to get it and go right in, if you came out of the portal, you could very easily go down. And then this down here I will probably fix. That way leads back to spawn, and this way leads to the bridge tower. Like, I think I'll get rid of this green, maybe replace all this netherrack, I think. Whoa, good thing that ladder was there. Okay, and it is June 9th. I am doing my pineapple check. My understanding from our group chat is that all the pineapples have been returned, but oh yes, Volratho's got 3. Von's got 1, yay! And 8-Bit Dame has got 1. So we are good with all of our returned pineapples, and that means that it is now time for me to go out and provide the treasures. Alright, so I'm here at Von's place, and Von was kind enough to not only spend quite a bit of time looking for my pineapples, but also found and returned 1. So we're going to give his pineapple treasure first, and I'm trying to decide exactly where I want to put it. I think, Von, you need some like decoration like up against your house here. I feel like maybe a tall, colorful plant, and then maybe like some jungle leaf blocks right here. And I think this is where I will put your pineapple. So you can feel free to move it. You can feel free to pull it up out of the ground. As 8-Bit Dame instructed me or reminded me, pineapples grow not in trees but in the ground, and as I posted in the group chat, the legend of the pineapples is such that pineapples used to grow in trees way back in the days of yore and the days of lore, and unfortunately, when they ripened and they became riper, the size of the pineapples would push them away from the tree trunk, and then the connection to the tree trunk would actually snap off. And pineapples are actually lighter than air. The juicy golden yellow goodness inside, it causes them to float upward and indeed float up into the air. And so the pineapples started flying away when they would break off. Now the birds, of course, loved it because the birds could snatch them out of the air, which is exactly what happened in my case. Some birds flew by and flew the 5 pineapples to the far corners of the globe. When the birds came down to alight in the various villages across the land and the desert temple and the monument, that's where the pineapples were left behind. But in any case, back in the days of yore, the farmers got tired of their Skynapples flying away. And, oh, this is a cool shaped bridge. I saw it in a video, but I didn't realize the actual shape that it was shaped as. Like, from the water, it looks very curved, which I entirely approve of, even though from here it looks straight. Very cool. Yeah, so that's when farmers started planting the pineapple trees. They take the entire jungle tree and put it underground, and then they let the pineapples grow underground so that the earth around the sides of the pineapple can hold them in place. So that's the legend of the Skynapples and why they were renamed to pineapples. So we're going to place 8-Bit Dame's portion of the treasure now. And then we're going to make sure that the pineapple is secured to the ground so no birds are going to take it away. And now we've got to deliver 3 pineapples over to Volratho. And Volratho gets 3 pineapples. I'm placing them here near his claim sign on this sort of center island in the triangle of his 3 main islands. And while I'm over here, I actually need to purchase something from Volratho's food and beverage tower.